Where we at? Boop. There we go. Now we have the right mics on. Anyway, I should have started this off the way I wanted to, but I couldn't. But oh shit, we gotta get ourselves some guns, cause in every zombie apocalypse or walker apocalypse, you need a bunch of guns. But the crazy thing about it is, in real life, I don't think so. I think everybody should have like some kind of melee weapon, not a bat, because shit like that, take too much energy to kill something with a bat. Um, I don't know, swords, machetes, scythes, shit like that, knives. The guns you just use on people, unless I get surrounded, I gotta spray some shit down or something. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the good shit. In this issue of Walking Dead. All right, so hold on. So anyway, start off. What you call my man Shane? He's keeping watch over the camp on top of that RV. My boy Rick comes up fucking with him. He comes up fucking with the boy just because he thought it was funny. He thought the shit was cute. So he said, I just want to fuck with you because I like to fuck with people. Anyway, scared the shit out of him. You could tell that my man Shane, he's kind of annoyed by Rick. We already see what's going on. Dale said, watch that boy. Now he seems like he's annoyed by him, but not just by... It seems like he's annoyed by his existence. But even beyond that, anything he does is just like, okay, that's a challenge towards me. That's where Shane's at right now. He got his head in his ass. Anyway, Dale comes about the blue. He says, shut the fuck up. He said, we're trying to sleep down here. I guess they didn't believe him. My boy Rick was talking to Shane about, things about, okay, why are we still at this camp? You know that city is full of fucking walkers. They could come by at any time. Let's get the fuck out of here. Shane's like, nah, man. I know what I'm doing. I'm the smartest motherfucker that ever lived. You know the cops and the Army, the Navy, the Marines, they're all coming here in just a little while. Trust me, you have to believe that. Trust that. Anyway, Rick, he decides, he said, we need to get our hands on some heat. We need gas. So we had to go into the city. He said, do anybody know where any gun stores are? Of course, they happened to find one guy, that one guy that knew about it. Not too many people did. They found him, and he needs Glenn's help. He says, Glenn, you sure sneak in and out of that? You sure sneak in and out of that city with no problem. I need your help. Glenn, he's down. Rick goes see his wife, and she's opposed. She's like, you could get killed. You can get fucked up, which makes sense. I'm kind of in agreement with that. So they get ready to leave. Rick comes up with this beautiful idea, but it's really kind of a fucked up idea at the same time, and not in the way that y'all think it. I'm saying. Anyway, he says he's a smart guy. He says, why do they attack humans but don't attack other walkers? He said, how do they indicate what's what? He said, because I've seen some walkers that if I hadn't known any better, I would have thought they were alive. He said, so what separates us? And then he finds out the smell must be the biggest indicator. You understand? So they go to a walker that's in the woods, chop him up. They take pieces of his ass. They took the ass crack, chopped that off, put it in his pocket. Took the hand, put it in his fucking pocket. Got the head and got the head in his pants and shit. This kind of made me scratch. Why? I thought, like, damn, you wouldn't have thought to put on some different clothes? I mean, do you want to wear those clothes at any other time in your life? And the reason why the idea is fucked up, because these things are dead. They're carrying diseases. You could die just from being around that shit. You understand? they're rotting corpses. It's not like they're just dead. No, they're rotting corpses. And rubbing that shit on you, man, you can get any kind, get fucking syphilis, the gout, claps, or whatever the fuck you can get herpes, I don't know, some shit. You're going to get a damn urinary tract infection with that. So I don't think they fully thought it through. I mean, if they were going to do it, you know, because, you know, they have to go through these walkers, at least let me get some a change of clothes. They were doing laundry anyway. Give me a change of clothes, and I'll do it in those, or I'll choose to do it in these clothes and change clothes when I get back. So that would have been the better option. But I would have changed clothes. I know he likes that jacket. Anyway, on the way into the city, they see a walker and they try to taunt it to see what would happen. The thing doesn't mess with it. He's like, yo, get the fuck off me. That's basically what he's saying. Get the hell out of my way. So the walkers actually, they can be annoyed by humans also. They get to the city. They pass by that tank, that epic tank we seen, you know, in the show. We've seen this in the show already. Here you see how the tank is being used. It's just a tank. But I think in the show they took greater advantage of that. You know, it was just awesome the way they did in the show. I know what y'all saying. Oh man, he's a fanboy of the show and he's just so biased. No, because I've read a lot more of this than you think I did, and trust me, it gets better later on. So my opinion will change at some point in time, just not right now. Anyway, they grab a shopping cart like some homeless people, make it to the gun shop. And he says, grab every goddamn thing you can. Get to snatching. Just snatch and grab. They take out one of the walkers in there, grab what they can. On the way out, like they were making a lot of noise and getting a lot of attention already. But on the way out, it starts raining, and you already know that's taking away some of the smell. It's washing them off. So now the walkers are becoming aware of them even more so. They take off running as fast as possible. Now, my man Rick, he gets bit from the back. He caught the dude, the walker caught him sleeping from the blind side, then bit him up. But he's got on a pretty thick leather jacket. He turns around, chops him up, pulls the heat out, starts blasting on him. You see how in a panic he is and how paranoid he is. How frantic he is because he just got bit. He believes he is bit. They escape, make it out. Rick checks himself. He's all right. He says, okay, everybody okay? Everybody all right? We made it. We good. Anyway, we cut to Shane, right? And, Rick and Glenn are getting ready to get back to the camp. We cut to Shane, and Shane is talking with Lori, right? And he says, yo, I need to hit that up one more time. He said, I just need a sample. She says, get the fuck off me. Rick is back now. What we had is over. He says, yo, I just need a little bit. He said, trust me. This will be the last time. No, I'm joking. But what he was saying was he wants to be with her, and she said, this can't be. That was a mistake. Basic shit like that. She said that night was a mistake. So you already know what that meant. So you hear me saying that he wanted to hit that up one more time, but they didn't say it in here. But you could, if you would have got to this page, you would have already known that was the case. What was I gonna say? This issue, very good, like I said. But in comparison to the live action show, what did I do with the thing? Oh, the live action show. I want to say I still like the live action show better at that point. They showed the two doing their little thing, whatever, their little routine. So we really got a good picture. We didn't even need to see what happened back on the road or whatever. She was talking about that mistake because she was getting ready to do it then. She's already done it then. We've seen it in the show. Also, like I said, the tank, the way they use the tank, they just really incorporated that into the show and gave us a beautiful scene where we seen how Rick really gets down. Rick really came in on a more leadership type role in the live action. And this, it seems like he wasn't it seems like people accept him just based off the fact he was a cop. He was he started to take charge a little bit here and there, like the thing when he challenged Shane, but he didn't really take charge. He just challenged Shane. He came up with different ideas and and tried to implement them. But in the show, he really was a take charge type of guy. But spoiler alert, I'm not gonna really say you can still listen to this book, but I am going to say something that pertains to later chapters, but I'm in later issues. I'm just not going to say what happened. But the way they portray Rick in the in this issue and the comics actually plays a better role later on down the line. And the show, the way they portray him, I think comes off better at first, but at the same time is different, and they try to implement certain aspects of his character the way it is in the comics as it is in the show, even though things are happening in the show differently, and Rick is being introduced a little bit differently. Rick should have developed a little bit differently in the show than he should have than he did in the comics, which I think is what they're doing. They're mixing things that sometimes don't work out very well. So that's what I'm saying about that. In the show, they did a good job. I think, matter of fact, like I said, I think they did a little bit better job, or he was a more deliberate leader type of role, and also we had a couple more characters, Meryl, Daryl, those guys were G's. So I thoroughly enjoyed them. They really brought a lot of life to the show, whereas in the comics we just basically got little Glenn, little Rick, Shane, Lori. So that's where we at right now. In the actual show, we had a few different personalities we were dealing with. So I think the show actually was, in terms of right now where we're currently at in this issue, I still think the show was a 10 out of 10. Whereas I think this is more so 9 out of 10. I'm going to say 8.5, 9 out of 10. Probably 9 out of 10. I'm leaning towards 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10. So basically, good issue. Very good issue, I meant. Great episode in the show. Let me go ahead and see what the comments we got. Let's see what we up to. All right, baby. I agree. The tank was used better in the show. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like in the comics, they just show the tank. It was just there. That actually does play a role because they did say that the army, whoever was there, so that's kind of evidence that the people did try to do something, but they got swamped. So the tank did have something. I mean, it did reveal something, but in the show they just did much more with it. It did all that and then some. We seen the tank. For people that don't think, for people that they're non-thinking, people that just watch this with their brain off. They were able to get it in the show. Why? Because you seen the people, the army people in the tank. And what I'm saying, it was a beautiful scene they did in that tank. Him getting ready to blow his brains out. I was like, okay, now we see what Rick is. Rick is ready. If he thinks that he's going to die anyway, he really thinks he's going to die. He doesn't have a problem just taking himself out just to alleviate some of that, just getting gnawed on type of thing, getting torn apart. He'd rather not be torn apart. This dude said I'm spoiling. I mean, it's not that bad. I just said that I didn't even say what happened. I just gave my input on some of the things that happened. I never said what happens in the comics later on. But yeah, in the show, you could have been a complete idiot. You seen the army people in the army, in the uniform and everything, so you got it right then and there. People that read the comics, you gotta be a little bit smarter. Because you had to say, okay, the tank was, they did this and this happened and they must have been over. You had to think of that stuff. But like I said, in the show, I think they did it better. You didn't have to think about it. Which, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. In that situation, I think it works. Somebody, that's what you're talking about. You're talking about the guy's comment right there. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about me. My bad. Tanaka, yeah. Okay, yeah. This guy is spoiling. The people come down there just to spoil just for no reason because they think it's cute or funny, but it really ain't cute. because I didn't read this whole thing. And I'm not fully caught up, and I keep keep trying to spoil me at any given moment. But that's pretty much it. Go ahead, leave your comments, like the video. Subscribe. Anime and manga means more. Please stop leaving spoilers. Everybody didn't see every episode or didn't read every issue, and I'm one of them. So please let's refrain from that. Peace.